Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Retail Leadership Summit. This is a special roundtable on Omnichannel, and the title is The Omnichannel Experience Creating Memorable Customer Experience. I would request all of you to introduce yourself, and then we can take the conversation ahead. We'll start with.
Hi everyone, this is Sarfraz here. I take care of the retail business at Himalaya Wellness. We are a 95-year-old company, and hence omni-channel, physical retail, and so we have all of it.
This is Hemant Naik. This is Hemant Naik, and I am representing natural ice creams over here. Our manufacturing arm is known as Kamaths Ourtimes Ice Creams Private Limited. So I am representing them, and we are specifically considered as a QSR because retail experience is something which we are giving, and we are only one category, that is ice creams, that we are serving through this particular platform, and we are really doing good.
Thank you.
Yep.
I am Sridharan, Director Parcos, and we are in the luxury perfume business across Pan India. We have 60 standalone stores.
Thank you.
Hi, myself Ritankar. I am representing Turtle. Turtle is a 30-year-old brand out of Calcutta. It has been operating majorly into men's apparels, and I take care of marketing as well as the Dot-in initiative, which makes omni-channel part and parcel and everything of my life. Happy to be a part of the panel.
Thank you, Ritankar.
Hi, this is Moinak. My name is Moinak Banerjee, and I represent the brand called Khadim. We are the 5th largest footwear brand in India, and as I introduced, Khadim it's a 7-decade young brand working in India, in other countries as well. I am the national marketing head. I take care of the entire marketing portfolio, brand, everything which comes under me. And today, as Ritankar also said, that we will talk about Omni, and then we'll take this discussion forward, how to go about it. Yes.
Thank you, Mainak. Hi, please. We just concluded the introduction part, so you are on time, Shraddha.
Thank you. Sorry for the delay, just got stuck in traffic. Shraddha Kurup here, Head of Visual Merchandising and Retail Marketing at Raymond Limited.
Thank you, Shraddha.
Thank you.
So today's panel, we have got beauty, we have got apparels, we have got shoes, footwear, we have got wellness, and obviously we have got ice creams to top it up. So my favorite topic is ice cream. So can I start with ice creams?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So Hemant, this panel is about omnichannel. How do you see the business of ice creams have changed over the years, keeping in mind how omnichannel the ice cream category has become?
Okay. The first thing is ice creams and parlor only for ice creams. That was a thing which we tried in '84, and we successfully took it to different places till 2014-15, and then we tried to kind of get into multiple channels, which is like aggregator models, and so these are the new business channels when we were talking about, and multi-channel business approach we took, and that was a good move, and that was proven through COVID. But now when we are into multi-channel and successfully doing it through dark kitchens or otherwise aggregator model, and through our website pulls and then delivering through Thrive, all these things are happening. But data integration and having that customer experience whenever they move through any of the channels or even on any broader platform or search engines. So that particular thing we are working on right now, and ONDC might be a next thing where we can just take this to over next couple of years. So we are like, our tagline is we are the originals. So this is the original, that is about product, and the second is purposefully slow. So we take all the steps little slowly, but when it comes to food or any other thing, you just can't be away from any of the channel. And customer behavior is like loyalty is one of the thing which is becoming means thing of past. Now people really want to experiment, and wherever they go, you need to kind of pull them again to your brand, and you need to kind of feed them with what they love. So all that thing, I think omnichannel means all things together has to be approached. That should be the approach. So omnichannel is a thing which definitely no one can discount now.
Okay. Thanks, Hemant. I'll come to that.
Yeah.
Because you spoke about loyalty also, and how omnichannel can help retain loyalty.
Yes.
That is a very important point.
Right.
Because in today's world, I know, and you are from naturals. So let's assume I am a naturals ice cream fan, which I am. But if I have to shift to another brand, then how are you going to counter my move and get me back to this? Unless and until the experiment part that you spoke about. That I as a consumer want to experiment, that is there. But the category is also such that I see a hardcore loyalty. Within my friends also, we are divided amongst 3, 4, 5, and we can take a poll later, because as I told that ice cream is my favorite subject.
Right.
But before ice creams, or even after eating ice cream, if I get cough and cold, I have to go to Sarfaraz, because he's from Himalaya Wellness. So Sarfaraz, how has the omnichannel, how has Himalaya Wellness taken omnichannel strategy? How have you dealt with it, and how are you implementing it?
So omnichannel, we are calling it omnichannel today. Himalaya has been a pioneer, I'll say. We had a website like 25 years back, and used to do D2C those days also.
Wow.
And the journey continued. The scale could be different. Well, that was a challenge at our end. And omnichannel, today it's a multi-pronged approach, if I want to say. There is a D2C team which directly deals with customers. There's a retail team which we represent the EBO business. Then there's a marketplace team. Now this is not the only omnichannel. Within retail also, we are in the marketplace as EBOs. Within retail also, we are doing ONDC. So the entire approach and the thought process, wherever the customer is and he wants a brand Himalaya, we have to be there.
Yeah.
And every brand, within the brand Himalaya, every channel is providing a different value proposition to the customer. Some are competing possibly with price as one lever. One of the ways the EBO businesses is the customer experience and the trust that we take forward. I think trust is one important thing that we take forward. And hence, it is trying to be omni with the consumer has changed. Like I think we spoke multiple times, with pandemic coming in, the consumer has changed and his expectations are very different. So at some place he's willing to pay a delivery fee and take the same product. At some time he might be willing to wait and get a better discount. At some time he wants to walk into the store and get a consultation done, either through a doctor or through the consumer executive which is standing there, because he's knowledgeable. So same product, different points of time, different expectations. As a brand, we want to be there everywhere where he wants us to be.
Excellent. Same product, like very well articulated. And this is what the real omnichannel is all about. And we'll come and discuss more about it. Shraddha, how has Raymond's approached the omnichannel?
Yeah, so we spoke about the pandemic and the drastic shift in consumer behavior post that, right? So as a brand, I think we've always been used to people thinking of us the moment there's a special occasion, a wedding, and we're used to the entire family coming to our store and, shopping and looking through, browsing through all our fabric. There's a whole journey that was created, and which would involve that, coming, discovering all the fabric, trying it on. Touch feel was very important part of that. And I think anytime between, say, an hour to maybe 3, 4, 5 hours is what the family was used to spending at the store before decisions were taken. But the pandemic changed a lot for us, and I think before even getting to the consumer part of it was our own internal mindset that had to change, because it was always that there was a table that divided the customer and the sales staff, and we were used to selling that way only. So it was like, you come here and you what do you like, tell us, we'll kind of take you through it. But now the customer is not coming at all.
Yes.
So now how can we take all of this to the customer? And therefore there had to be a huge mindset shift first within us. And that's when we started this whole journey of getting concierge done. Now, the initial questions were like, "Itna sara mal kaise le jayenge? How will we know what they want? How will we know?" Because each person has their own choice, their own fabric, budgets are different. So there had to be a very clear journey defined, and we had to do a big research in terms of how customers buy from us. We had to train our staff in terms of, first of all, on-call understanding how people buy, then deciding that these are the things we can take to their place, starting the conversations. At least in the time of the pandemic, there had to be safety norms that had to be followed. So a tailor has to get as close as he has to the customer to get the right fit, right? So a lot of training, a lot of research, a lot of trial error, working on it happened, and then this whole concierge model was created. And we did a lot of our business then through concierge, because people had started traveling. There were private weddings happening. They didn't want to step out, so they were happy to let us come home with the proper safety norms. Of course, then we had to evolve from there, because now people had started coming back, but now these methods had to coexist, right? So we started again training on that, and I think we've just kind of moved to that space where, you tell us where, and we'll be ready
there
with what you want from us.
So you tell us where, we will be there.
Yes, you
Very
tell
good.
us where, we'll be there. Yes.
Yeah. So with that, I would like to ask Ritankar how Turtle has approached the omni-channel way.
Hi. I think much of the answers was already given by Shraddha to a certain extent. But there is a certain difference between Raymond's and Turtle as a
Yes,
brand.
it is.
So Turtle, if you really see that, I think there are two major things that has happened post-pandemic, and I'm starting post-pandemic only. One is that the importance of the customer in terms of the omnichannel part, how it has evolved. So if you see, you can categorize the customers in three parts, and that's basis the preference. One can be called as digital by nature, like the younger generation, which is like the below 25 that I'm talking about. One can be the digital by choice, which can be really the 25 to 40 kind of who get into the Facebook as and when they need, not by nature, but as and when they need. And the last is probably the bit elder generation, which is by digital by need, that they will only get into the banking websites or their whatever it is, which is by need. So in this entire channel, if you look at it, Turtle operates between the age group of 25 to 40. So we are operating in a place where the people we are talking about is digital by need, by choice rather. Now, when I'm talking about digital by choice, the fact remains this is the actual customer who is into the omni-channel part. Because the digital by nature will be primarily into digital buying. The digital by need would probably be going to my EBOs or my LFR stores, to the physical brick and mortar store. Now, that is the importance of omnichannel that has evolved over time for Turtle. Now, having said that, the things that we are doing, in fact, in constant effort to do, one is that we are present in EBOs, we are present in LFR, the large formats, we are present in the general trade, we are present online also. So, how to balance that act, that as you said, wherever you ask, we'll be there.
Yes.
So the customer, as I said, this 25 to 40 customer has so many, and they are digital by choice. So they have so many choices to shop from.
Yes.
So all the channels now have been operating in synergy. And the second interesting point is that another point is, as we go more from the customer preference of the omnichannel part, what happens is this strict, what should I say, the trade conflict that used to exist, the GT versus modern trade, all of us know, versus the online, that has been dissolved. So it's not only the impact of the customer, that is the impact that the customer is having on the entire business and the mind setup that we are operating in. So that has been the primary change that I like to make.
Thanks, Ritankar. Moinak, how is Khadim taking the omni-channel way ahead?
So just like how Ritankar has explained and Shraddha has also explained, that omni-channel, it was initially a big setback from the internal team, that see, footwear people will only come to store and then only they're going to try it out, and then sale can happen. You just cannot sell it online because
Yes.
that not only touch and feel. Footwear has to be, you need to wear it, walk around, and then only you can understand the comfort and design of it. But having said that, this paths has been broken into journeys, and then we constructed an entire system where departments are not talking to each other at one point of time. So e-commerce are not talking to the department called retail. Retail is not talking to EBO. Distribution, that the GT market, they are not talking to each other, and they're selling all under the same brand, but they're not talking to each other. Now bringing them to a similar line and make them understand that this is the entire journey where by definition Omni means everywhere. And if you compare Omni, if you have to make a direct synonym of Omni, Omni is something like a mom. A mom is everywhere.
Yes.
You do not find anything in your house, you just ask your mom. But as a business, if you consider that your consumer is your child and you have to serve him or her at any level, then only you can grow such things, because otherwise it will only be a departmental game and all.
Yes.
Iska nahi hota, so that's internally how it works. But the matter of the fact is, every business is now understanding the importance of consumer. At the end consumer, what are they consuming? Because there are a lot of choices. There are a lot of opportunities at every point of time. Huge number of brands that are coming up. Every morning there is a new brand that is coming up on absolutely on all sectors. So this is where Omni is very important for even brands like us, whom initially our thought was like a trial and then only, but we have seen good numbers happening when we installed this endless aisle and everything. So yes, as I
Thanks. Thanks, Maina. Sridharanji, how has Parkos taken the omni-channel route? Because you are present, I think, mostly in airports. No, you are there outside also. Yes, I've seen. Yes, sorry. But
across
I see more of you because
the airport travel.
that's what my travel is. But having said that, please enlighten us with how you are approaching this.
If I look at the sales terms today for us in
Yeah.
organization, the Omni channel did not do much good. It is very negligible amounts have been done on a Omni channel. I'll tell you the reason. Because it's a premium perfumes and skincare and cosmetics. Nobody don't buy online unless otherwise they are experienced to be what it is. So it means brick and mortar is the first stage where I will be able to sell it. I will not be able to sell it online, irrespective of whatever I impress the customer by saying that is so. The touch and feel experience, samples are being given and they try it. And these are all the premium range, like but we sell it is on the high premium range. So what we have seen, we've done the Omni channel in a stage. The repeat orders are coming in the Omni channel, but it is very negligible. But another thing also you find when you go to a store, you only not buying the product, you are also experiencing what is the product it is. They explain to you, the salesperson or the experienced person will tell you what is the base note, what is the mid note, what is the top note. Everything will, after 2 hours, how do you smell? After 4 hours, how do you smell? So all these perfumes have mostly 3 notes.
Okay.
Base note, when you put, you will find something. Then there is a middle note and there is a top note.
Okay.
So the these perfumes are being fragrance are being in 3 stage if you look at it. So and the settle down, what is going to be when it is settled down, what is going to be. So these are being experienced to the people. We try, and I have seen in the store, if I don't have a tester, I have a product, new product is in, if I don't have a tester, you don't sell them. We will not be able to sell them. So we will have to convert the product into the tester. So we'll have to bleed money to take a product, convert it into the tester to enable to sell the product. So the thing is today when I look at the business in angle, in our business we find
the experience is most important for the customer. If I tell you, a Ferrari, somebody is going to buy, I'm just
Give an example.
They buy once, they experience it. Second time, they need to experience it. They know how it is. But you have seen the loyalty to the brands are not there anymore. If today I use Bose today, tomorrow I like to use something else. So the thing is today, I'm not a consistent, the loyal person for a particular brand. They wanted to experience different brands and different. So every time they want the same experience, we have to do it. So Omnichannel, one thing challenge we have seen, what we can do is, you order it from your home, you can pick it up from any of the store nearby.
Yes.
But unfortunately, here again a challenge is your logistics. What you wanted to buy may not there in your store, in the particular store where you are. Now you buy from, you are going to Chennai, I buy it in Bombay. I'll tell, okay, I will from Phoenix Market City, I will pick it from the Parkos. Okay. Unfortunately, I will have to make sure when he reaches there, the products are available there. So we have about 45 brands and it's about 1800 SKUs. So it has a lot of logistic and supply chain monitoring is very, very important.
So this is my next question about integration part.
Yes.
And then I want to ask everyone yes or no, if possible, about the loyalty, because both Hemant and Sridharanji are talking about loyalty. Before that, you said I have to take care of more supply chain, and that's what Omnichannel is. Actually, retail is there, but the core and to success of Omnichannel is supply chain. Having said that, have you implemented that part that today you did it? How did you do it, sir?
Touch point, I'll tell you, in this category, touch points are very, very important. The thing is today, as I mentioned to you, if it is not properly handled, your customer will be unhappy. You will lose your customer. If I tell you, I'm in Bombay, I'm a Bombay, I bought it today, saying that, okay, I will pick it up. I'm going to Chennai. You know, when you travel by a flight, you have restrictions to carry things more than 100 ml.
Yes.
So what I say, okay, I don't want to take it from Bombay to Chennai. Rather, I buy it in Bombay, but give me the delivery in Chennai. But Chennai, we have a particular stores. But that particular store should have that inventory that particular time. As I told you, we have 1800 SKUs. All the SKUs may not be available in all the store all the times.
So then what is the solution to this? Have you come out with the solution?
It is. Solution is a
replenishment.
It's a replenishment which normally we take about 3 to 4 days.
Or do you have a dark store kind of a concept?
Pardon?
Do you have a concept like a dark store or something where you can dispatch it from your godown in Chennai? Or
No. We have that system working. We have a channel but deliver within 24 hours to anywhere in India.
Okay. Right.
That system, okay, little expensive, but even if it is not 24 hours, maximum 48 hours, they will make sure that it will reach your destinations. That channel is already there. We are already working with that channel. Okay, if you look at it today, a brick and mortar, if you go, there are many customers. If you go, I found it's good. Even I want going to Chennai, I don't want to go to Chennai to pick it. I wanted to carry up instant buying and going. Brick and mortar, I take it and go. I will not wait for my Omnichannel to deliver the goods there. So there are another point what we have seen the organization top line in the Omnichannel. I don't know. They are mainly in the Omnichannel. Top line will go up. That is no doubt about when there is a Omnichannel, multiple retail operations are having. It is going to be. But also you have to look at it end of the day, what is going to be your bottom line?
Yeah. So profitability is what?
But you have a lot of money required. It's not that Omnichannel cannot be operated just like. There is an investment required. There is an investment required. So whether ROE is going to be connected to that.
So there was one point on profitability and how expensive it is. You can also throw some light. the omni-channel integration. Obviously, like you mentioned, the customer is same customer, same product, but depending on the need, he is ready to wait, is not ready to wait, is ready to buy upfront, or he wants to be delivered at home. Especially Surfraz, in your case, I think omni-channel medicines nowadays people are getting it delivered. But how has this changed your business, and how have you integrated technology to it? Because technology integration, Shraddha spoke about, and even Mainak spoke about the internal challenges of human resource. So that is one challenge that we had covered. But technological challenge is what I want to now understand from you. What is the major technological impediment for you to implement this?
Technology has been a challenge. Because what happens is, if you have limited inventory, especially, either existing customer gets unhappy or the customer who orders online gets unhappy. That part you've been able to finally address with your integration. So the idea is that we can, one is technology and second is people. The people role is very critical for them to understand how do I work with these systems so that I do not eventually lead up to the unhappy customer. Also, I don't end up with a sales loss. I think that balance. And it has taken some time to get the team on board, especially at the front end and where we have enough attrition. So we have to get used to all the ways of it. And that's where I think today the entire marketplace, or whether it's ONDC, everything is integrated to my cost center. The cost becomes my core, which also is connected to my online ordering. So the inventory flash out is the same. The training processes have been streamlined, where the existing customer who is coming, taking that effort and walking into my store, does not have a bad experience. I think that's the core of the entire business. If we are able to protect that, at the same time have that additional revenue. Well, I'm sure cost is one part we keep debating internally also. At what cost do we satisfy a customer, and how do we manage profitability? But there's no end to it. I'm sure we will keep discussing 10 years later. So technology definitely is an enabler to ensure a seamless consumer experience.
Shraddha, how have you integrated technology? What were the major impediments that time? One was the people challenge you mentioned, but how easy or difficult it is to integrate it in the overall thing? Because it's easy to say, okay, I order here and get it delivered there. And this example I used to give around 5, 6, 7 years back, when let's assume I take a flight from Bombay to Delhi. And suddenly I realize that I have not carried my white shirt, or I have lost. So I just book a white shirt online, and then it gets delivered at my hotel in Delhi. Is this possible? Now, this is true omni-channel, that also from where it will be delivered, from any store, own store, or from a outsourcing, or where from my XYZ godown, or whatever it is. So that is where the true challenge comes in. So this was just an example. Having said that, Shraddha, how has Raymond's tackled this?
So we have about 1,050 Raymond shops across the country, right? We have stores that have fabric and apparel. Now, when it comes to apparel, it's relatively more easier, because you know that the sizes, the look, all of that come in a standard, size and shape. And there's maybe a minor variation in colors, but you can always tweak that based on what the customer needs. So we had GoFind and other ways of actually mapping to the nearest store and then having it delivered. But when it came to fabric, again, the process is a lot more complex, right? So now you're wearing a micro checks on your jacket, for example. What you will see on the website or on your phone will be very different from what actually the fabric will look like when you finally wear it.
Yes.
So one of the biggest inhibitors for us was the visualization, and fashion sells on that, right? I mean, you want to know how you will look. And that's been something, and we spoke about Gen Z, we spoke about the middle age, we talked about the elders. For all of them, understanding how that fabric will finally look on you was one big gap. So what we have also done is created these visualization tools where the fabric can easily be scanned, and then you kind of can see how it will look on you, right? It creates that bridge to what really, in terms of color, shape, like if there's a print like this, how will it look? So we've worked on those aspects, and both for apparel and for fabric, the buying process is very different. But and the journey still evolves because we've not kind of 100% cracked it. Also, why? Because this is a very high experience product, right? So when you talk about the white shirt, it's simple. I get a size 38, I get it delivered, and that we've been doing for many years. But when it comes to fabric, it's you want 2.5 meters of a certain fabric. Unless you don't touch and feel and know how it will look on you, there's a process where you will stand in front of the mirror, it'll be draped on you. It's things that you have to do to get it right. But we're trying to get that through technology where a visualization tool comes into the picture and make it slightly more easier, so you don't have to get overwhelmed with all that's going on around and then make your choices.
Before I come to Mainak, Ritankar, I would just want your views on what Shraddha is telling, and what I can comprehend is it case to case or category to category, the behavior, the way it is, white shirt is different, but fabric related stuff, the way she is talking.
I think what she's saying is absolutely bang on. See, white shirt is a white shirt at the end of it. I mean, no one can really say that a white shirt is anything different. But the fact is, yes, it does depend on the category, and it kind of also varies with the category of shopping, as she said, in terms of her not apparel and in terms of the cloth when it is being bought. That definitely matters. I'd also like to point out a very interesting example that I have personally experienced in this line is, I was there on London a couple of months back, and we were doing a shopping, and then after doing the shopping we realized that Zara, and we had a tour that day, so I can't be carrying the bags, right? And Zara didn't agree to keep it in their store. So what we did is, we went online, we ordered it from the Zara India website.
Okay.
So before I came back, it was there delivered in my house. So that's a true Omni that you are talking about. And now look at the background process of part of it. One is the fulfillment part, correct? Which needs a humongous amount of logistics and stock optimization or supply chain optimization. Then only you are there at the fulfillment part. Hence comes the tech stack, which primarily what we are investing in right now by opening up not only physical warehouses, so we are opening up new physical warehouses just to ensure that my dot-in supply gets proper.
Yeah.
So when I said, sir said that the perfume is delivered in 48 hours, that costs money. Whatever 3PL partner you have, that costs money. Now, if I am talking about the major market players, at least in our cases, marketplaces, like a Myntra and everyone is based out of South, right? So it is imperative for me as a product company to open up a warehouse in Bangalore just to ensure that my Myntra supply is going there on time. Because that is, if it doesn't go on time and the customer has to wait for 5 days, be rest assured I am losing that customer forever.
Okay, forever. So this is a major, and everybody is nodding their heads. But I still don't believe that for whether ice cream or apparel or shoes. But because you all are in the business and if you all are saying yes, I'll ask Mainak about the shoe category, and then we'll come to this point of loyalty, because losing the customer loyalty, you also said, sir, today nobody is loyal, nobody uses one. If I'm using Issey Miyake, I'm a loyal fan of Issey Miyake, but I may not shift. But yes, there are people, and that's what business data is telling. But Mainak, in the shoe category, how has the consumer behavior moved more towards online, and how have you tackled this challenge of Omni? Because the examples of all our colleagues out here is there in front of you.
So primarily when we started this journey of selling it as a D2C brand, we see the fulfillment only happens from the warehouses, and it is taking a humongous time for a consumer to get that product at their houses, which is a very bad experience in that way. So we shifted to Omni. We have bring in other channel partners like a Find or AIA or something like that, so that we can enable our store to exactly deliver the products to the consumer. Now here there is a pain point which I as an industry from footwear happens, is that we are the only industry here who sells things in a pair. Okay, the biggest problem is that now the store is doing the fulfillment, and the store staff, they are not well trained enough in every stores so that they can do the fulfillment, packaging and everything of their own. they are very well trained how to serve a consumer, how to make a consumer wear a shoe and like that. So what happening in real time is that they are sending shoes which is like a 5 and a 7 together to a consumer. This mismatching is happening everywhere, and actually the biggest issue is that the returns of the exchanges in that way, it's actually killing the entire bottom line. So that's what it's saying. It's adding a bit salt to the NGD of less profitability, because in today's date profitability has goes down to a it's challenging everywhere.
Yes.
The rentals are very high.
Yes.
So everything is very consumers are very demanding. Everything is on a higher note only, but the profitability is a challenge. So this is the problem we face a lot.
Omnichannel costs money.
Really?
Everybody is nodding. So
Really?
this is a takeaway, but this was always supposed to be. But let's look at it from the positive side. I know I'm 1 versus 6, but still I will fight for Omnichannel.
Yes.
Because ultimately all of us will have to implement it, and in one way or the other we are doing it. But before that, I spoke about the loyalty part. Succinctly, if you all can tell me that how is loyalty existing today, yes or no? I got 2 answers, no, but or the percentage has gone down, whatever it is. In your own respected categories, ice creams, wellness. In wellness, I don't think so. It should be a problem.
I do not believe loyalty has gone down. What has possibly happened is switching of channels to buy the same product.
Okay,
The brand loyalty is still very strong.
got it.
However, since we are some brands where we are very strong, I'm sure there are enough aspirants trying to take away that customer. So the cost of retaining the customer has gone up.
Okay. So, good point. Loyalty, in your case, loyalty may be there or is there, but the channels have changed. Second, the cost of acquiring that customer or retaining that customer has gone up. Yes. Raghu. Hi. So, what about you, Hemant? I'm coming to you after a long time, but deserts are always at the end.
No problem. So is this the end?
This will be the final round
Okay.
before we conclude.
No problem. So loyalty is like, for me, loyalty is like, I want only this brand, this product. So again, it's a product centric strategy. It's multi-channels, but multi-channels have their own limitations, at the same time pluses, and you have to be everywhere in separate silos. In omni-channel, okay, it's ease because my focus is customer, but now customer is like, what, they can delay their buying patterns. If yes, then omni-channel still cannot touch that loyalty portion, and loyalty will be there. But if it's a impulse buying, and that too I am having craving for ice cream right
Yes,
now,
yes.
I go on the online mode, I get driven to my mother hub, and from there I just want to kind of buy some product. But whether it's dark kitchen, whether it's actual store, or any other kind of format is not available in that locality, it actually triggers the theory of substitute. Now if I have to kill that, then I have to be present there. If I have to be present there, then there is a cost of supply chain, because I have to be always be there post 9 when someone has his meal and he wants sitafal, so sitafal has to be there close to him. If not, then he can go to any other person or any other brand to have sitafal. Now my weakness is its strength when I am sharing that experience across the counter, that I am fresh, I have shelf life of 15 days, I don't have any kind of emulsifier, stabilizer and all. So 15 days fresh product. The competitors, they are having 45 to 90 days shelf life product.
Yeah.
So they can stay in the farthest corner for little longer time. Whereas for me, that is not an option. So loyalty means, can customer wait for his today's craving for
Then
3
there is
days
no.
or 4 days? So it's no. So loyalty is slowly getting
Got it.
diminished because of,
Especially in this category.
yes, because of this nature. And now the business has become so agile in terms of, like, there are so many options available. Number one, everything is just available at click of button.
You are right.
So because of that, your need or want, these are the two things. Now if your want can be delayed, you will stay, but otherwise click of button, you are having substitute. So I am okay. That's the reason I was challenging loyalty part. And the second thing is, now loyalty is there, but we are getting into a collaborative mode, because I can't buy space everywhere to be available at all the time. So now we have to stay in. मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि दुश्मन के घर में रहना है या सब दुश्मनों को साथ में रहना है.
You are right.
But all competitors have to be neighbors and buddies. So those strategies will be a combined strategies. And if everyone thinks alike, then that loyalty is somewhere we are only challenging the loyalty.
So this
Platform.
is a point which was discussed in Retail Leadership Summit 2024 when we discussed that can a brand A whose competitor is brand B sell their product in each other's stores. Okay, and this is where the true omni-channel, and it's not true or false, but eventually this is going to be the scenario where you said collaboration. Now collaboration can happen. The competitor will be the last part. Now I can go to his store and get another brand, maybe or maybe yes, maybe no. But because obviously everybody gets margin, you will also get margin. Your competition also will get margin. He will also get margin. His competition will also get margin. Having said that, is this the right strategy for the brand? Yes, no. But all these were futuristic, assumptions and discussions, possibilities. If you can think, it can happen. So today, and I will take a common Apple and a Samsung. In Apple store, you are getting Samsung, and in Samsung store, you are getting Apple. Just to give you an analogy or comparison like that. So, can your ice cream be available in a Baskins or in a Apsara? Is where the question is. Is that what you are trying to say?
No, I'm just cutting it to the level of storage
Boss,
and
that's it.
dispensation, because final experience, which is look, feel, the overall ambience, the treatment, everything is separate. So if we come under the same umbrella, all those other things, if you see our parlors, they are unique parlors.
Yes.
So you get that first experience. So your eyes are treated first, then your palate.
Yes.
So if I go in Baskins, your eyes are out. So naturals is not true naturals. Then you are getting a scoop as good as like
Yes.
you are getting it on Swiggy.
Any Swiggy.
So if you are getting it on Swiggy, again it comes to the same thing. What I need is there. No, it's not there. Then I switch.
Yes.
And in Baskins store when I go, definitely they will have some kind of marketing strategy running
Absolutely.
where they will kind of trigger that switch over. So in fact, I am losing that advantage on that common platform.
So one loyalty got it. So I will take you all three have answered, Shraddha, Mainak and Ritankar. Your take on loyalty in one or two lines.
So for us, definitely, I think 65% of our business comes from loyal customers, and we know that anybody who tries the product will come back.
Very
Maybe what makes or breaks the deal is the experience that we give them. So whilst the product has earned its trust and the quality is unquestioned,
Yes.
but if the service at the store is not maintained as per a standard, then definitely options are many.
Excellent. Ritankar.
In our case, what happens is that typically maybe because of the brand and the target segment that I said earlier, 25 to 40 that
Yeah.
we operate in, these are typically fence sitters. I mean, honestly.
Yes.
And that has progressed with the arrival of the Omni and the .in. So if I am to say in one word, yes, to take his example, the loyalty is melting.
Okay.
So
Loyalty is melting,
It's
yes.
become very bloody.
Mainak.
Very bloody.
So since I'm a 7-decade young brand, I can see actual loyalty. And
wow.
78% is my repeat sales.
Wow.
That's huge. And what I see that I am a Bengali's favorite footwear brand.
Wow.
Wherever there are Bengali community that lives, if you open store, our sales boosted like anything. Even today, we are planning to open a store in LA, and there's a Bengali community. They are super excited because they'll have that nostalgic feeling that a Khadim store will be there at their nearest to the residence, and they can go. All Bengalis can go together, have some cha and whatever
Yes,
their
yes.
snacks, and
Yes.
they can talk about all their
Absolutely.
journeys. That's how. So it's all depend on how the brand is positioned in your mind, and I think loyalty has a lot many things to do with the brand, or I think, and it's not many things to do with the product.
Okay.
You can be loyal for a brand, but a product are huge in the markets.
Product is there, but it's more about brand.
Yeah.
With this, we'll come to the final round and take a final. This is a closing round, and I will take your final opinion or views where do you see Omnichannel going in the next couple of years in your own category, in your own business? If we can start with Sarfaraz.
Omnichannel is here to stay,
Here to stay.
and the task for all people like us is to make it profitable for the business and at the same time make it convenient for the consumer.
Okay. Hemant.
Yeah, all the channels are going to stay, and if we have to kind of serve all the channels, it's better to kind of take them together, integrate. So omni-channel is future.
Omnichannel
Can't
is
deny that.
Can't deny that. Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
surely. The channel has to stay. This depends on what the product you are dealing with. That is the bottom line. See, in many of the cases, certain products will not work with some type of retail format. Omnichannel is a format. We have brick and mortar, like you have a online, you have a omnichannel. These are all formats of the retail. That is at the end of the day we are selling. So, which is the product which sell in brick and mortar more, which is in the online, and which is on the omni-channel.
Yeah.
That has to be identified by the organization. Oh, everybody is doing omni-channel, now let me also die the joint. I will be sending a huge money. You know, it is a lot of money required for the budget and resource
Yes.
or to make a omni-channel really workable.
You are right.
So, I spend so much money and I say omni-channel did not work for me because my product is not fit to be in the omni-channel. So this is the organization have to look at it. Which is the format is going to make you real retail business. My product is concerned, yes, 80% it will be brick and mortar and 20% will be other formats.
Okay. 80-20 is what Sridharan sir is telling. Shraddha, what about you?
No, I think today anything and everything starts from search, right? You
Yes.
kind of go online, and before you even stepped out, you know where you want to go get what you want. So I think omni-channel is the only way out, and integrating all channels into this seamlessly is the only way out.
Only way out.
So I think the only way left for us is to keep understanding the consumer behavior and evolving all our channels to suit that.
Nice.
That's the only way.
Ritankar.
Yeah, I mean, Omni, I don't think is the future. It is present.
This is present. Okay. Omni is present.
And so it's an omnipresent thing. And secondly, I think also the fact is that I think there is a question of cost. Of course, yes, but it is the cost of having no business better or having a costly business better. Correct?
Yes.
So you have to optimize on the cost. But that's the simple thing. Otherwise, you lose
Optimize
the
the
biggest
cost.
asset.
Yes. Well done.
That's the customers.
Maina.
So I'll just go back into the 90s era when people used to tell that organized retail will kill GT. And 10 years after, people have started talking that e-commerce will kill organized retail. And nowadays, we are talking about Omni. So you have to learn coexistence.
Yep.
How to live with everything and how to give respect to the other businesses as well. So GT is still there, organized retail is still there, e-commerce is obviously there, Omni will also be there. So everybody will be together, and we don't know what will come within next 5 years. So let's say I am a Gen X. Okay. So my daughter is an alpha. What she was telling me one day that how you are ordering in Blinkit in a mobile, but why do you do that? She has a VR set. Why can't you wear a VR set and get into a store
Wow.
and then shop? Let's say a Blinkit store. She's only 7 years old. She's thinking of this that we can wear a VR set, get it into a store, shop something that will automatically add in our mobile cart. When you just open it, it will come down to my house.
Very good. And in fact, this is what it is. I have experienced this kind of a technology a couple of months back in one of these experience centers, which is totally digital. So going ahead, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line, you will have stores with only screens and no products there. Maybe a shoe, for example, I can imagine Khadims with only screens and a couple of shoes, 3, 4 of them, just to see how it looks. Otherwise, he will have not 100 or thousands of designs. Also, I can create those thousands of designs in that store itself, and that's what the future of retail is going to be, and true Omni. And same thing I can curate and create online also.
Yep.
The way your daughter mentioned about it, can not only get immersive in that store, but I can curate my shoe, my jacket, or the apparel that I want. Why not the fragrance also? Obviously, you have to smell that, but that's what it is. The true omni-channel, the futuristic world that is all about. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this roundtable. The omni-channel experience, creating memorable customer experiences. I think the takeaway here is omni-channel is costly, but yes, you have to manage the cost. Is what the our panelists spoke about. Service, quality, people, all these have to be managed, and we have to ensure that all the quality levels of service as well as products goes up. Staff needs to be trained. We have to ensure that organizations or the departments don't work in silos, they are integrated. So we talk about omni-channel, every channel, but internally also we have to be integrated with all the departments. The point was, all the touch points. So price, customer experience, trust. Another point that came about loyalty was, although loyalty is diminishing, it is always, the product will always be in the need, the brand gets changed. So ice cream will always be in a need, but if I don't get the brand that day, that time, I may switch immediately because I can't stay for couple of hours also, forget days, without that product. So this is what omni-channel is. People and brands will have to invest in technology, although it is costly. We have to train, we have to ensure that the supply chain that you spoke about, sir, has to be excellent in terms of delivering this. Otherwise, sitting here in Bombay, I can't deliver a shirt in Delhi. Yes, all of you are very optimistic because some of you said it's not only the future, it's the present. With this, thank you very much for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.